So Apple announced hypertension notifications coming to the Apple Watch if you have an eligible device, and it received FDA clearance over the weekend and ahead of the official iOS 26, watchOS 26, and all of new Apple's official releases dropping in a couple hours. It is now live in the Health app. So in order to go check this out, all you're going to want to do is simply pull down and go to your Health app or search for it, and you can see right off the bat right here, you have Get More from Health hypertension notifications. It says you can receive a notification if Apple Watch identifies patterns in your heart data that may be hypertension, a common heart condition. So let's go through this setup really quick and see how long it should be. It does recommend, and here it is right here actually confirming that you are at least 22 years of age or older and have not historically been diagnosed with hypertension. So we're going to say yes to this. Have you ever been diagnosed? No, and continue. And now it's giving you a breakdown of how hypertension notifications work. It says hypertension is a condition that can cause damage to your heart, blood vessels, and other organs. Rather than measuring blood pressure, Apple Watch looks at your heart data and searches for patterns associated with hypertension. When you say next, it then says Apple Watch cannot identify every instance of hypertension. This is a little CYA for Apple. Regular measurements with a blood pressure cuff are the most efficient ways to look for hypertension. And then hypertension notification should not be turned on during pregnancy. Apple Watch cannot detect hypertension during pregnancy. It also cannot detect preeclampsia. Apple Watch cannot detect heart attacks as well. If you ever experience chest pains, pressure, tightness, or think you are having a heart attack, call emergency services immediately. So Apple is doing plenty of cover your own butts, if you know what I mean here, with all of these warnings before you even get into the complete setup. And as you can see, that is, though, truly all you need. Once you actually complete setup, you can see notifications are on, and you can get some education around remembering things about hypertension and how hypertension notifications work. And then you have a whole section of about hypertension notifications. You can pin these to your summary, show all data, data sources and access, and a about link. But then if you go to things to remember, it is just recapping what it just actually told us on the prior setup screen, and then how it works, again, exactly from the setup screen. If you want to learn more about it, you can clearly click on it, detecting high blood pressure, how serious is hypertension, managing your blood pressure, and all of that. So, as you can see, that is as easy as it gets. Everything is up and running, and hopefully you never see these notifications pop up, but if you're interested, you now have this option live in the Health app, and this does correlate with the new sleep score as well. So if you missed out on that, just a quick recap, you now have sleep scores that Whoop bands, Oura rings, and all that have had for years. Apple is now on track with all of these things and really playing catch up to make your Apple Watch the all-in-one device here. With sleep scores, you can see your duration of sleep and a rating out of 50. Bedtime, if you got to bed at a reasonable time for your sleep needs, and how many interruptions you've had. So as you can see, that was terrible for me. We had 3 wake-ups, basically almost 2 hours in total, and it was a 0 out of 20 on that, 30 out of 30 for bedtime, and 47 out of 50 for duration, like we said. Then it gives you a breakdown about a sleep scores if you want, or you can go to view everything in a chart. And you can see it does give you quite a good amount of information here with thorough breakdowns, and then those elements that we just talked about as well. And you can see it defaults to a week view, month view, and 6-month view as well. So that is going to be all. Very quick video for you guys today, really kind of recapping everything new with all of these new updates that'll be dropping here shortly. Let me know in the comments below, is this a useful feature? Are you excited Apple has finally added this into your Apple Watch? Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.